Yes, people, welcome back to episode 2 of the Big Six Show. Yes, we're here. Got a great panel today. Gameweek 3 preview. We'll talk about Mo Salah to Saudi, this Cherki geezer to Chelsea, and also a bit about Ivan Toney. So it's gonna be a lit show today. Make sure you guys subscribe to the panel, guys. I'm gonna leave all the links in the description. So yeah, let's just introduce him. Starting off with my man, Chelsea fan, JPT. Big up yourself, my bro. How you doing?
Big up, Josh. Doing good. I just came off a stream myself, and giving my word for this week and joining this channel. So thank you for having me on here.
My pleasure, man. My guys, gonna give us up to JPT, and yeah, appreciate you coming on today, my bro. And we got Rory as well, representing the mighty Arsenal. How you doing, Rory, mate?
Yeah, I'm good. I've got my pan ready to start cooking these rival fans at the weekend for sure.
All right, nice one. Big up yourself, man. We have got the man himself, Man United's Orist. Welcome, bro. How you doing, my man?
Big up for having me on, man. Big up for having me on. I'm looking forward to talking about how world class midfield that United have. So yeah, big up.
Big up, man. Big up. We've got a Liverpool fan, Jordan. I'm from Jamaica. Big up yourself, bro. How you doing? Jordan, you good?
Might be the signal.
You guys, can you hear him?
No, I can't hear him. I think it's signal. Wi-Fi is Wi-Fi probably.
Must be his Wi-Fi, yeah. StreamYard today's having a nightmare. Hassan, another United fan. How you doing, bro?
I'm good. What about you?
Good, man. Big up yourself, bro. Appreciate you. Now, finally, big up. And then we got Hanno as well. Hanno, big up, bro. How you doing?
I'm good, Josh. Yeah, excited to cook all these United fans. Mason Mount, they said. Mason Mount, number 7, they said.
Yes, mate. Nice one. Obviously, big up the chat as well, people. I'll try and go through your comments if I can, but if not, just spin them on the screen. But yeah, where do we start? Let's start with Chelsea then, I guess, because of course the game tonight they got Luton at Stamford Bridge. We know the first 2 games, especially last week, they got battered by West Ham, man. And I'm gonna start with the Chelsea fans. I'll start with JPT first. JPT, what's your thoughts, obviously, on this Cherki guy to Chelsea, number 1, and your thoughts on tonight's game against Luton Town?
Actually, the signing right now that you mentioned, like I was just told about that, but if I haven't seen or heard anything, the last thing I saw was David Washington signing. So this is another new signing. Well, I wonder where we're going to loan him out to, because it just seems like now we're just signing pleasure fun. But now we got to come to a response to after what happened with West Ham, because that was just bad. Poch had it wrong, and not the debut you would want, and to force Caicedo to have after already going down a goal and then taking out your last fullback with a midfielder who is not match fit ready, and then trying to be the difference maker. But now is pressure right now for the David versus Goliath type of scenario with these 2 teams. So now we got to go against Luton, who have nothing to lose. Now with our new everything, now that's the pressure for these young guys. But I don't think there's going to be anything much to worry about. And this is where Chelsea going to pick up the first win. If not, oh my Lord, that's going to be, oh my God.
Watch out.
I'm going to be, not even, my Wi-Fi is going to be out for the whole rest of the season.
Yeah, same. Yeah. But
yeah.
if we lose, I've got a loan, pre-agreement loan, to go over to Luton. So,
no, goodness.
Yeah.
All right then, Hanno. Do you know anything about this new signing called Cherki, whatever his name is?
Cherki. I don't think really it's set advanced as claims are coming out, but of course, Cam left winger for Lyon. He's decent player. biggest problem is his attitude and his short play off the ball. Really, that's pointing outwards why we shouldn't sign him. I've heard that. So yeah, but Cherki is he's a decent little player. Of what I've heard.
Yeah, man.
Wait, did you say this is the Lyon player?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a
the
Lyon
Leon, I
player.
think.
Oh, we actually ended up signing him. Oh wow,
No,
that's
no, we haven't signed.
Well, I thought we stopped pursuing him because Posh didn't supposedly has like an attitude problem, so that's why Posh didn't want
Yeah,
him.
I think it's just
Oh, that'd be-
reports saying that close to agreement, stuff like that. So
Give me
not,
Barquero
not,
instead.
not really big journalists have really come out and said something. So we'll see.
Mm.
Um,
Hanno, do you think Chelsea needs to do some more business in the window?
well, reports are saying that we're going to sell Chalaba to Bayern Munich or loan him. So if we do that, then I think we will be a better light on the centre back. So I personally wouldn't do that. But I think we maybe need another attacker or defender.
Mm.
I think it's one or the other. I don't think both. So at this stage, it seems like we're pushing for another senior attacker. Really.
Mm. Yeah, man.
Also,
I'm gonna come to Rory. Rory, are you afraid of our London rivals Chelsea so far this season? Obviously, they signed Caicedo and Lavia, but yeah, do they scare you, Rory?
No, of course I'm not afraid of them lot. Like, it's a simple reason being. Look, in all seriousness, I sound like Frank Lampard. I don't know why, but look, Caicedo coming in for 115 million, I was jealous. I'm not gonna lie, but the money they spent for him. I mean, he's somebody that has played under 50 games for Brighton, and as soon as they splash the cash for 115 million, I'm like, I'm not too sure about that. However, he is a decent player, and you've got to give players time nowadays. Obviously, they've got a new manager, and they'll end up having a bounce, won't they? A manager bounce, where they'll get a couple of results here and there. Especially tonight. This is a perfect game to bounce back. If you don't beat Luton tonight, then I guess you've got some worrying signs there. That's just my opinion.
Fair enough. Jordan, as a Liverpool fan, are you scared of Chelsea this season, bro?
Chelsea. No, I don't. They're still my targets. Lavia and Caicedo that I needed. But not well. I don't know why they take Caicedo. They should take Lavia because I don't read Lavia, but Caicedo is the one I'm afraid of. He's gonna play today. I hope he lose. Because he should never join Chelsea.
Fair enough,
if
man.
I was a Liverpool fan, I would be scared. Because you got Endo, we got Enzo levels.
They got Vicento.
I think you need another creative midfielder. Can't lie.
Yeah, if they can stay healthy, that's the main issue right now.
Yeah, facts. All right, so let me come to you, man. Thoughts on Chelsea, man, and as a United fan, do they scare you, bro, for this season?
My thoughts on Chelsea. Listen, I think I've always said to Chelsea fans, I think they need to get a striker for me. Nicholas Jackson, yes, he's good, but he's quite young, and if he was to get injured, who's going to be back up for him? So I know they got Borussia, but he's not match fit yet. So Chelsea, they're looking good. The midfield's looking good. I think their midfield's sorted now. Defense, I don't know, because right back, obviously, with James injured, they got Gusto, but who knows with that. But do they scare you? Do they scare my team? Probably not. I can't lie. I'm not scared of Chelsea, but who knows what will happen with Chelsea this season, to be fair. So let's just see. But yeah, I'm not scared of them. But if Chelsea keep getting players such as Cherki and others, then maybe we'll see.
Hassan, bro, what's your thoughts on Chelsea this season as a United fan?
I think I think it's going to be a comeback season because the main team they're just trying to get back into the
Guys, can you hear him? I can bet. I think
No.
it's
No, I can't hear you.
he's lagging, guys.
Uh,
He's lagging.
that's all.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's lagging. Oh well. All right. So yeah, we're gonna move on now to Jordan, your team. Obviously, we heard the talk about Salah going to Saudi Arabia. I'll start with you, Jordan. Bro. What's your thoughts on Salah going to Saudi Arabia, and what will be your reaction if he ends up leaving Liverpool?
Is he?
Well, for me, especially as a Liverpool fan, Salah is not going nowhere. Because if he was going to leave, he would have go to the board and say, "I'm leaving." He's not leaving. These are bare rumors going around. He's leaving. He said until 2025, he's not leaving. He's happy where he is. But we want him to play on Sunday. But I want to see if he will be in the lineup. But if Salah left, we're done. We're in the championship next season. You can see. So if you go to Saudi, we're done, and I'll be done as well. So we are as Liverpool fans. That job is done.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I'm gonna go to Roy for this one. Salah to Saudi Arabia, man. Could it happen? If it does, is he irreplaceable? Do you think?
Sorry, say that again.
So obviously Salah's, if you go Saudi Arabia, right? Is he irreplaceable? Like, do you think there's a better player out there which they can go and get?
I mean, I say Saka, obviously, because of my Arsenal bias. But obviously he's not available at the moment, is he? I feel like he is irreplaceable if you're speaking from a Liverpool's perspective, because they've sort of lost their pull now because of FSG. I feel like they're not going to be able to attract another player like Salah, especially for the money they paid for him. Was it like 30 mil? Something like that. It was ridiculous. So look, Salah going to Saudi Arabia would be a dagger in the hearts to Liverpool because he has been brilliant over there. In fact, he's been almost a club legend over there. One of the best right wingers I've seen in the Premier League history. So if he leaves, then there's literally no one who is available who can step into his shoes. I don't even think they've got a backup right mid because I believe they loaned out Carvalho to, was it Leipzig or someone like that. Yeah, I don't think they've got anyone else who can really back up Salah. So
Harvey Elliott.
I'm not too sure whether he's a right mid. He's more of a midfielder, isn't he? So
I think he can play there, but yeah, more of a midfielder.
Yeah, but I wouldn't recommend him as a right winger. He's been rather inconsistent for Liverpool in the middle, so I'm not really too sure how that's going to work out if he was going to drift out wide. So, yeah, I don't think they've got any other, apart from maybe Jota. Like, he's the only player who could probably do a job on the right-hand side for Liverpool. They also need a CDM as well, desperately. I know they've brought in that Endo dude, but he's not going to last long. He's only 31. So, yeah, I feel like they need another midfielder. And they've been mugged off enough in this transfer window by losing Lavia, Casado. I mean, I don't know why they bid stupid amount for Casado. Was it 110 million, something like that, for Casado? I don't know why, when his heart was towards Chelsea and they decided to put in a bid. Like, maybe if they would have turned their attention to Casado at the start of the window, then maybe times would have changed. But they didn't, and they missed out on a midfielder. And I guess where Liverpool have to go from here, they just have to focus on the football, innit, and hope for the best.
Fair enough, man. JPT, bro. What's your thoughts on Salah going to Saudi Arabia, man?
Well, I think Liverpool are going to play hard to get, but knowing how FSG is, they're gonna wait for like that crazy, like maybe 150 million pound bid, maybe more. They're gonna do it just because Salah doesn't want to be there. It looks like he's having issues, and then what is he now? 31, not not way past his prime. Like he could still ball out, but at 31, in the EPL, it's going to be almost not a liability, but kind of your time is pretty much almost up. Not many can last that long in this really competitive and it's a physical league. So I do think he's going to go, despite them even saying that. But we'll see what happens. They do need to get some other areas addressed. Now I don't know who they would get as a replacement for Salah. I would say that what if they make a bid for Pepe for Arsenal? If because you guys did spend 68 million on him.
Yeah.
So I was like, could get a lot of money back, especially if knowing that they have. Like I said, if they make a 150 million pound bid and accept, their wallets, for the taking. So why not? But yeah, they do need to get a DM because Endo. Everyone was hyping up that he's better. He's like the secret gem. You signed a 30 million pound pound player because you missed out on every other signing, and then trying to justify it, and then trying to play a stat where it's, he's got the most tackles won in all of Germany. When you just go to Bundesliga.com and it says actually that was Bellingham by at least 40. So they're just really trying to change the script on that. Either way, if not, then I don't see Salah staying here, and I think maybe Klopp is going to be out the door by the end of the season. He's overdue for his 7-year curse. But yeah, no, it's we have to wait for the crazy bid to come in from Saudi Arabia, which is going to happen.
Yeah, for sure, man, definitely. I'll come to Hannah about this. Hannah, what's your thoughts on Salah to Saudi Arabia? Will it happen?
I think it can definitely happen. I don't think it will happen this late on in a transfer window. I think maybe not this season, maybe next season or in January. But look, if it does go, it's a massive loss for Liverpool. And I think the biggest problem with this is if we look at the history of FSG, they don't replace the big stars that they sell. Look at Wijnaldum. 3 years later they've signed finally a DM.
Yeah.
If we look at who else, it's there. Fabinho, they still need to replace him, and it's this window. You look at Mane, he still has only kind of been replaced, but not any of those left wingers have reached that peak. Same with Firmino, of course, left, but he was out of the squad. So yeah, it's going to be a massive loss for Liverpool. And I think it would be detrimental to the season. So, like Rory mentioned, that they've got lots of players that can play on that left wing. The right wing, that's a big concern. So we might see. I would love him to leave and Liverpool downfall, but I don't think it will happen this late on. But yeah.
Yeah, fair play, man. And then Oris, bro, what's your thoughts on the Salah to Saudi? Could it happen this window or not?
Yeah, I mean, I just think it's the offer what they get, what Liverpool gets from the Saudi team. If they get maybe one, I don't know what the price is now, what they ask for, but somewhere in between 120, 140, then Liverpool have to accept it, man. Do I think Salah will go? I don't think so, but if this was at the beginning of the transfer window, I think he would be gone straight away, but no, because it's towards the end. I see him staying, but as I said, it depends on the offer. And if Salah does leave, then I will love it, man. I'll be there. So, yeah, Liverpool, listen, they're in for a really good season if Salah does leave. So yeah.
Fair enough, man. All right, let's move on to obviously Arsenal and I guess a little bit about Man United, Liverpool, because Ivan Toney, I don't know if you guys saw the podcast he did, but he's sort of hinting at a few things in terms of his future. He said he likes Arsenal, the style of play, the fan base. He also said he supports Liverpool as well. So we're going to start with Rory for this one. You know me, you've watched me for regular. I'm a massive, massive fan of Ivan Toney, right? How big of a signing would this be for Arsenal? And it's most likely, of course, be in January because that's when he returns from his ban. And should also go all the way and sign. Or do you think there's another striker out there that you prefer?
I feel like Ivan Toney will be the missing piece in the puzzle for Arsenal. Just all the attributes that he has got suits Arsenal. Especially when we've got David Raya now, who of course is known for pinging the ball halfway line plus. So I think Ivan Toney would be perfect for Arsenal Football Club. Not just for a starter, but someone who we can throw on as a plan B if we need someone to get on the end of crosses. But time will tell whether Brentford are willing to sell both Raya and Toney. I know we signed Raya on loan, but there's a chance, slim chance, that we could sign David Raya permanently next summer. But of course, we don't know that because we haven't seen him play yet. But still, I'm not saying we're competing with Brentford, but Brentford are going to want to kick on. They don't want to be another Crystal Palace, do they? And just secure mid-table every season. So, look, Ivan Toney, will be brilliant at Arsenal, and he'll be my dream signing. But the trouble is, Brentford will sell Toney. I mean, I know we spent 105 million on Rice, but other than that, we don't spend over 80 million for players, let alone 70 plus. So look, I think, like I said, Ivan Toney will be brilliant. I mean, in terms of other options, I mean, I wouldn't mind Tammy Abraham to come in or an Ollie Watkins as a plan B. Tammy Abraham obviously hasn't been known for scoring, and for me, he wouldn't be our number 9, like someone who starts regular, but he's someone that you can throw on again as a plan B if we need someone to win headers. So I feel like he could be a decent option, and Ollie Watkins is all about that presence, and he can also battle through defenders quite easily with his explosive pace. I mean, I didn't know he was that quick. I remember when he scored last season, and he was known at that time with his pace. So I feel like he's a bit of everything what Arsenal need as well. So Ivan Toney or Ollie Watkins for me would have been 2 options that Arsenal could go for in the future. And of course, Ollie Watkins is an Arsenal fan himself. So
yeah, facts, bro. Let me come to Oris for this one. Should Man United going for Toney in January, bro? I know you got Højlund there, but do you think you should go for Toney?
I think we should, but I don't think we will. Toney's a great player that I've always liked him. I like Toney, very, very good striker. But you know what? I could see him holding up the Arsenal shirt very soon. So, but yeah, listen, Toney, great player, but I don't see United going in for him. So yeah, is what it is.
Fair enough. Jordan, as a Liverpool fan, he said it in his podcast. He did. He supports you guys. Do you think you need another striker? I know you got Nunes there. You got rid of Firmino, but would you go for Ivan Toney in January, Jordan?
Ivan Toney, Not a, well, I rate him a lot. Yes, he can score goals, but yeah, that could happen. Yes, if we have the money to pay Brentford to get him. I want him, yes, at Liverpool. Darwin not scoring goals, he missing chances, and I don't know, man. He's not even getting the starts. I hope he starts come Sunday, but I'll take it. Evan Toney at Anfield.
All right, let me come to the Chelsea fans. I'll start off Hano for this one. Do you guys think? I know you got Jackson, but do you think you need another striker? And would Ivan Toney suit your team?
Yeah, I think we need another striker. I think more of a goal scorer than Jackson. I think a couple of games and even in preseason, he showed that he is more of a link-up player. Um, Same almost with like with Nkunku, and that's the main thing why Nkunku's loss is so big because he gave us some goals. Where Jackson couldn't, he scored the goals. Um, so I think we maybe just need to hold out and see what's the situation with Nkunku and Jackson. If that Nkunku injury is reoccurring, I think maybe go into the market with Toney, and then maybe Jackson as the 10, because I think Jackson can definitely play as a 10, or we can use him as a left-sided forward, maybe play a 4-4-2 type, or if Poch wants to stick with this back three, just go with those two up top. But yeah, I would love him at Chelsea. I just worry that he isn't that type of, because he's. I just wonder if it's not that type of striker that we actually looking for. Um, so yeah,
Yeah, fair play. JPT, do you agree with Hano? Do you think Tony would be good for Chelsea?
If he's match fit, but the thing is that he hasn't picked up a ball since he was suspended since back when in January. So if anyone does go for him, he's going to be like about a year. Needs to get back into training or hasn't been into training, which is why like I think the 80 million pound price is for me crazy, and that's coming from a Chelsea fan. I know we spend big, but I'd rather try to sign him in Blemo personally, because this does cover a second striker option, which can help with Nkunku if this is going to be a consistent injury, and a winger. But Toney, when he is match fit ready, this guy can be a game changer. It can be something special for any club. So, I mean, I just don't know if 80 mil is just justifiable at this moment, because you're also buying a liability. Now, if he does go to Arsenal, fine. It's just now, would he get regular game time with Jesus being the main striker, and of course Eddie's going to be going down to third. This is why I would think United might be more suitable for him, just because Oyland is going to be back healthy September, and if he doesn't start banging in goals as expected by January, this could be that, what United fans might be worried about, that he's too young, not ready. Get Toney in. They'll spend the money, especially if they can get Maguire off the books. So, but I know Wars doesn't think that they are going to go for him. They are going to bank on Hoyland, but that's going to be my guess. Like I said, personally, I don't think he will go to Chelsea. I don't think it would be a good idea at the moment, but only time will tell if he gets back into ready for games, being fit. As soon as he comes back from suspension.
yeah, that's a good point. And also, just saw in the chat, I forgot about Broja. He's still there. And I think we might use him for this season. And depending on the season, he might stay with us. But that's also risky coming from ACL injury. Only perform, so will be interesting to see what happens. But United definitely,
Is
I think.
Brozier injured, guys?
He's coming back
Broja
from an
watching.
ACL injury, from the friendly versus Villa back during the World Cup.
Yeah,
Oh,
can't remember. No.
yeah, I remember that now. Yeah.
That
Yeah.
if the video is still on YouTube, you hear the injury, the impact, that scream is terrifying. I'm like, oh, that kid's
Well,
career might be done,
was
but
it-
he's
Yeah,
recovering
might
well.
have been the World Cup. Yeah.
hmm
Yeah,
Yeah, because
World Cup.
we were playing those pointless friendly games. Like, well, I even told you, watch one of our players or watch someone get injured, and lo and
Yeah.
behold,
Yeah, I remember. Now.
I didn't think it
So
would be
yeah,
an
he's
ACL
getting
injury.
back. So it would be interesting to see like what's happened. But yeah, definitely. I think United is the destined club. If not United, maybe Arsenal. But I don't see him like as Arsenal. Because if I look at Arsenal, look at the type of striker he uses, he's more of a creator, and even the likes of Balogun that has now been sold,
Mm.
or they are like that focal point, and Arteta doesn't like it, so we'll see
Yeah.
what happens with him.
All right. We're gonna go look ahead to the game week 3. I'll start with you, Jordan, as a Liverpool fan. You lot have got obviously a very tough game, St James's Park. You lot have got Newcastle away from home. You know, McAllister overturned his red cards.
Mm-hmm.
So I bet you're happy about that. But yeah, what's your thoughts going into this game against Newcastle? You know, what do you expect the lineup to be for your team, and how
Well,
confident you are that
for
you can beat
me,
Newcastle?
yes, Alexis red card, yes, overturned. Well, we use the formation in match day 1. We use the same formation in match day 2. I hope we do not use the same formation with Cody Gakpo in midfield because he's not a midfielder. I hope Trent does his foolish again. We nearly lose the game against Bournemouth at Anfield. And against a Newcastle team with the guys former player Joe Willock, if you guys remember Josh and Rory, though that player is very good. We have to be careful, we have to keep a close eye on him, as well as Joe Linton, Callum Wilson. But we are with Dominic Szoboszlai, and we have to get the job done. 3 points away from Anfield. I'm looking for a big win, and I'm looking for 3 points away from home, or first away game from Anfield of the new season. So we're heading to St James Park this weekend for the big game against Eddie Howe team, Newcastle. We know they lost their game against Man City 1-0, so we could give them a decent beating in their backyard. But I'm looking forward to see Mark in the lineup again with Dominic Superslide. So I'm buzzing for the Sunday game.
Do you think Nunes will start, Jordan, up front?
Well, Darwin Nunes, we use him at one time. I think it's against Chelsea alone, and we didn't use him again against Bournemouth. We use Diego Shata. I think that I don't know what the club will do comes Sunday. Yeah, so I hope him start Darwin because he's keeping the bench. He's warming the bench at Merseyside now this season.
Yep, fair enough, man. Fair enough. I want to come to Rory for this game. Do you think Newcastle? Obviously, we went there last season. We got a good win, to be fair, didn't we? You know, 2-0. It's a tough place to go to, though, isn't it? St James's Park,
Yeah.
and they are a very good side. Do you think they could beat Liverpool whenever the game is? I think it's tomorrow.
Oh, it's difficult. Is it Monday night? Or is it
I
on
think
Is it Monday night?
Sunday.
Sunday.
Yeah, I thought
Sunday.
so.
It's Sunday night, Sunday evening, Sunday morning. Yeah.
Wait, is it Sunday or
So yeah,
Monday?
Sunday 4:30. Yeah.
Oh, Sunday, right. Look, you know what? I think this could be a pop session. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like Liverpool at the moment are leaking goals, and I feel like Newcastle haven't got a better opportunity to score goals against this current Liverpool defence. Van Dijk's legs look gone at the moment. I don't know what's going on with him, and he's their captain, so that's worrying. Konate's got potential, but he's still rather raw. And their midfield isn't looking great at all. It's like an elderly care home. It's just at the moment. Well, I wouldn't say an elderly care home because they've got young prodigies in there, like the Spanish CDM.
I think that was last season. But they
Yeah.
definitely still got some of.
Yeah, they got rid of Fabinho and Henderson, didn't they? And now they haven't replaced them. It's either they've gone in for a player in that midfield area and then they've just sacked it off. And I don't know what's going on with them, really. They're not usually like this in transfer windows. I mean, we saw in the whole scenario when they signed Van Dijk and Alisson, right? Us as Arsenal fans were jealous. Like, that's what our owners should be doing, right? Giving our manager funds to spend and responding to what they require, right? Klopp needed Van Dijk and he got Van Dijk for 75 million, right? He needed a goalkeeper because he had bloody Karius in goal, right? He got Alisson and they won the Champions League the season after and then they won the Premier League 3 seasons ago. And I feel like at the moment, Arsenal and Liverpool have switched places. I don't know what it is, but we're now spending the money. Yeah. We're giving Arteta what he needs. And Klopp, right? He wanted Lavia, didn't get him. They also bidded Caicedo, didn't get him either because he chose Chelsea. I guess you can't really blame either because he wanted to go to Chelsea. But Lavia, there was no excuses. Like, I don't know what they were doing with the money. That, like, honestly, it was an embarrassing saga that with Lavia. I mean, he was linked with Arsenal. We pulled out Caicedo early doors because we knew other clubs were going to be hovering around for him, and his value was only going to increase as the window plays out. So we did the right thing to pull out of that Caicedo deal, and we got Rice over and done with because he's one of our number one targets. Look, I feel like Newcastle's midfield are more balanced than Liverpool's at this moment in time, with Toney and Bruno Guimaraes and then Joe Linton. I feel like at the moment you've got power, you've got stamina in that Newcastle midfield. At the moment, with McAllister out injured, who are they going to play at CDM? Endo? I'm not too sure whether he's going to be able to cope with that Newcastle midfield, especially.
Wait, hold on. Sorry to cut you off. Is he injured?
No, McAllister got
No, it was Everton.
Oh, no.
No.
Did they win the appeal?
Yeah.
Yeah, they won.
Yeah, he won the appeal.
Well, he'll be
Alexis,
VAR is for show, man.
They won.
But whether he plays or not,
yeah, they
he
won.
could get overrun in that Newcastle midfield.
I think it will be maybe Endo. I think it will be Endo, McAllister, and
fucking hell.
And I don't know who's in the 10. Maybe Jota or Gakpo. Maybe Gakpo.
Yeah,
and
they don't really play with the 10.
They'll go with the same midfield three.
Yeah, they're playing Gakpo midfield at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
strange that is, in my opinion.
Klopp's trying to get sacked, you know. He shouldn't have sacked himself. You know what's going on?
Yeah, so look, Newcastle, I think they will fancy their chances, but Liverpool are always dangerous on the break.
Do you think we should appeal for Tomiyasu, Rory? Because
yeah, absolutely.
Liverpool appeal for McAllister.
Although I wouldn't play him against Fulham because, despite the red card, he was really poor. Like, I'm not gonna lie, Jordan Ayew had his number a couple of times, but that red card, the first yellow, he had the ball for 8 seconds when it was actually Havertz who was wasting time.
He got caught red-handed. That's the thing.
Yeah,
I blame more Kai for that. It's like, why did you give him the ball? If you're gonna do that, make yourself an available option as soon as you throw me the ball. Now he's like, he didn't consider I gotta give it to him. He's gonna look for somebody, and he's only got about 3 seconds to do this. It was just stupid from Kai, but harsh red, yeah. But I don't know if they're gonna do enough to appeal because it was at the end time wasting.
Yeah, and the thing that really bores my piss, right, is they don't check yellow cards. even if it's a second yellow. Sorry, work that one out. Why? How on earth do you not check? Even second, like, okay, yellow cards, fair enough, but second yellows is beyond a joke, right? That second red card, mate. Oh my! Now I understand why. Well, not why, but now I understand why people moan at these refs all the time. David Coote, useless.
And speaking of referees, Mike Dean, I don't know if you guys saw.
No, he's not a referee
but-
anymore. I know what we're talking about.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
and you know what?
But you heard what happened.
Together. I was trying to form a
Did
sentence
you guys hear what happened
together.
with Mike Dean? So basically, he said, "Cause Anthony Taylor is his mate, he didn't give the Cucurella a pull last season against Tottenham." And then also, of course, when McAllister got sent off, I think after the game, he said it was a correct call and everything. And then, of course, the appeal made it a yellow card, which is just crazy.
Bro,
Yeah.
Mike Dean go suck himself. I'm sorry, but him and what's that head chief of the Premier League and that bald guy, man. This guy tried to say the Romero handball wasn't a hand. Yeah, listen, I'm not gonna go into further detail, but these Premier League referees, man. They're trying to have these World Cup wasted minutes, but they're not using it correctly. I'm sorry, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, look. What I was about to say is now I understand why they've put Lee Mason in charge of the PGMOL. This is the same guy that forgot to draw offside lines, and they've put him in charge.
Let's not forget about Howard Webb as well.
Referees.
Howard Webb.
What a sham.
The OG.
Howard Webb as well. He's there. Yeah.
It bewilds me. It really does. And it's about time people end up calling out this hypocrisy of errors. Like, why can't we give the same lengthy bans that we give players to these referees instead? Like, maybe we should appeal for a red card for the referees. I know that's not possible, but ban him. That's what I'm trying to say. Ban him for the same amount of time as Tomiyasu has to be sidelined for. Right, he barely touched Jordan Ayew. Bear in mind, Jordan Ayew isn't a small guy. He's relatively strong. And what I was going to say, the penalty that got given to Liverpool against Bournemouth when they got penalised for Szoboszlai basically dolphin diving in the penalty box. Right, remember that one? I think it was the equaliser. Yeah, it was the equaliser, wasn't it? Or no, it wasn't. It was the second goal. And Szoboszlai got a penalty.
Yeah.
For nothing, absolutely nothing. And you're telling me that's a penalty? I know there's completely different situations, but all we ask for is consistency. And no, that's not good. That's not a good sign at the moment. And the Premier League has barely started yet, and I'm still moaning about referees. I don't like moaning about them, but when they're this crap, mate, honest to God, it's hard to defend them. I can find referees in non-league better than these lot. David Coote, what a useless prat. Honestly, I could think of another name beginning with C, and it's not fucking Coots, that's for sure. I'm not going to share it, but yeah. Take your guesses.
Yeah. Fair enough, man. Fair enough. I want to come to Oris about Man United.
Oh, lovely.
But obviously, who you playing? Who you playing?
We're playing Forest at home.
Am I lagging? Am I back?
Yeah, you're fine. Yeah, we're playing Forest at home tomorrow.
Yeah, obviously, what was your thoughts on the Tottenham result? And are you one of those fans sit there and say you should have had a handball?
For me, listen, Tottenham, I've always said They deserve to get the 3 points. It is for me. Listen, midfield. I've always said the midfield is not good enough. Mason Mount, I'm still questioning Ten Hag why on earth we spent 60 million on this absolute bum of a player. For me, listen, he was never. Well, for me, I think every United fan was never in this top 3 list for midfielders, but it came out of nowhere. And you know what? Number 7 shirt, yeah, that's what even made it worse. And then we have players like Luke Shaw. For me, not good enough for the club. Rashford playing out of his position, so Tottenham deserve the 3 points. And listen, Tottenham deserved it, man. They dominate the midfield. I saw Ten Hag's press conference today saying that midfield's not an issue. I hope he's joking, by the way. I really hope he's joking. Yeah. But no, it's not.
No, it's the back and the front not telling enough well. So that's why the midfield is getting exposed, because the front isn't helping the midfield and the back they're not helping the midfield, according to Ten Hag.
Oh, hold on. I thought you guys were going to get Amrabat.
Yeah.
And they
For
also
me, listen,
for Qatar.
this is the thing, yeah. Fiorentino, they've dropped their asking price to 21 million, but I'm still seeing reports that United have to do sell to buy. What on earth is this BS, man? Because I don't see no clubs, no top elite clubs doing sell to buy to get a player who's worth 20 million who we can get straight away. But you know what? United today was a great day, because we're linked with Ryan Bertrand. Oh, whoopee! Let's get Ryan Bertrand and Johnny Evans together. Let's go, man.
Ryan Bertrand.
No, I swear Johnny Evans is also close.
Johnny
to
Evans. We're looking to extend his contract for 1 more year. So, listen, this club never disappoints me. So, but for the first game, I expect us to win. Hopefully, fingers crossed. But yeah, we're at home. 2-0 for me. 2-0.
You got a great home record as well, don't you? United.
Yeah, we do. I think tomorrow, if we win, Ten Hag breaks his first ever record as a Man United manager. So let's hope we win tomorrow, and we are clinical. So hopefully we have to be clinical tomorrow and take our chances. And players, please, Ten Hag, play the players in their right positions for me. So yeah, and Højlund, I think he'll be back for the Arsenal game, which we've seen the last time. Whenever a United player makes his debut, they score. So let's hope for another one. But now, listen, Arsenal game, that I'm not even going to watch that game because I'm not watching Eriksen in that midfield against Memphis. I'm not watching that game, sorry, because Eriksen, he can't last more than 30 minutes. So, yeah.
I honestly think that United will struggle against Forest, because even if you look at Wolves last season, I think if Forest can do almost the same thing Wolves did last season at Old Trafford, then it will be difficult for them. Or might have been at the Molineux. I don't remember which game, but it's going to be tough.
It's going to be tough. Obviously, the 60 sit-in protest after the game. Yeah, listen, it is what. Let's just see what happens for me. Let's just see what happens.
I think United might need another winger.
You think?
No, they got enough wingers. It's just the quality is not.
They need
there.
a striker.
We need a striker, man. We need a striker.
Yeah, but don't you think?
What's up with Weghorst?
Because Anthony just doesn't offer anything. He's one of the most predictable players I've ever seen in my life. And I'm not saying that because I'm an Arsenal fan. Like, honestly,
no, I get that.
So I've actually seen Reece Nelson less predictable than Anthony at the moment.
Wait, Rory, Pepe, bro. Pepe's clear of both of them.
I know.
Yeah, I mean, look, he's hardly
relax.
playing at the moment. He's training by himself, like an A-star student. Like, I hope we do see him at some point, but it's just not going to happen. He's going to be shipped out the door soon. But yeah, I would rather him over Anthony at the moment. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, for me, listen, we need to get midfield. I'm going to say this. We do not get in Amrabat or Gravenberch. We are not getting that top 4 position. I don't care what other United fans think. I don't care what other fans think. We are not getting top 4 if we do not get Jordan. Because we're going to get overrun so many times in that midfield. And if Casemiro gets suspended, McTominay is back up. So, yeah.
To be fair, Casemiro at the moment looks overweight. I don't know what's happened to him.
I wouldn't say that. It's just the
He's
midfield
just
cover.
he's never played in that position. Where Ten Hag's setting up customer, he's never done that in his life, like at Real Madrid. So, listen, when you got two midfielders that are bad at carrying the ball with them, that's what happens. So yeah. But I'm hoping, fingers crossed, we get the Amrabat deal as soon as possible. So yeah. Or else it could be peak.
Rory, do you still predict them to finish 7th?
Well, I predicted them to finish 5th at the start of the season, in fact, on my channel. Yeah. Look, I don't think they're going to finish 7th, all right? But at the moment, if they continue to play players out of the position, then who knows? They could actually finich in a Conference League
United
spot.
need to sharpen up. I said they would finish 2nd. They need to sharpen up.
Fucking hell, mate.
Look, I don't think they're going to be in a title race this season. Like,
Nah,
look,
I don't.
Maybe they could get top 4, all right? But it's just...
It's a big push.
Yeah. I feel like this is rather an unpopular opinion, all right? But I feel like they were more entertaining to watch under Ollie than Ten Hag at the moment. I feel like Ten Hag just doesn't have an identity whatsoever.
I think
in this
Ten
Man
Hag...
United
Nah,
season.
listen.
Like,
I get where you're coming from. I really do. But then again, we still have the same players that have been at the club for almost 8 years. I get what you're saying. Listen, Ole finished 2nd, done this and that. But in terms of football, if I asked all you guys say, what's the identity of Man United? I don't think none of you guys can answer it. So you are right. Listen, no, we're not. Ten Hag was never a counter-attack team at Ajax. Let's be honest. He was mainly possession-based. He was possession-based at Ajax.
Possession-based. Have you scored? How many goals have you scored on the counter-attack? You beat City on the counter-attack. You've beaten Arsenal on the counter-attack. You've never beaten one of the big teams when you have controlled possession. Look at last season against Chelsea away from home. You controlled that game. You should have won. You equalized in the 90th minute.
But all I'm going to say is there's no style of identity so far under Ten Hag. I'm hoping that there will be a style identity very soon, or else I could see him getting sacked. If we do start to lose more and more matches, the fan base will be turning on him, and then we'll just see. But yeah, listen.
Breaking news: reportedly, it will be a free at the back again for Chelsea against Luton.
Oh,
we've got an exclusive from Hannah.
That's also saying.
Anisha Romano.
I got an exclusive as well. Arteta's gonna say, "Fucking hell, guys, let's win this game." Let's pull him.
You can do it, guys.
He's gonna get the light bulb back. The light bulb back.
You know, he replaced the light bulb with the dog.
Yo, an hour before kickoff tomorrow, I'm gonna be turning my phone upside down, sideways, figuring out whereabouts we're gonna play Havertz tomorrow.
Arteta's gonna die on that hill. I don't get that.
This guy.
We told you guys.
This guy is literally forcing Havertz to start because he's playing Partey right back. Why on earth?
Makes no sense.
Yeah.
However, what I will say is about that whole Havertz situation. I think we will find out whether Arteta has his favourites over Havertz and that. If Jesus is coming back this weekend, but if Jesus ends up starting for a long period in the season, and same with Zinchenko, then we know that Arteta is only playing Havertz because Jesus and Zinchenko are out injured. However, if Havertz continuously plays, when you've got Jesus right there, and then you've got Zinchenko, who is pivotal to when we are in possession, then it's clear to me that he's only playing Havertz because we bought him for 65 million, and it must have said in his contract or something, play me always because I'm a Chelsea reject and pay 65 million pounds for you. So
I think it's just the wages is on and the amount you've paid for it.
Isn't he getting? How much is he getting paid right now at Arsenal?
it's like
Havertz.
Havertz.
it's on like
Havertz is
200
like
grand a week.
I thought it was like 250 or something.
275, I think. 275 or something.
Good
Yeah.
God.
I mean,
Listen, Mountain is getting like 250 or something like that. Or
That's what he
200.
wanted, and he's got the what is it, image rights that he was.
Mate, this Mountain guy, man. Some of the United fan base. I don't
You're
know.
7.
yeah.
Some of the United
What's
fan base.
that,
They might as well go date Mason Mount as well, mate. Because honestly, man, they got.
I thought you would have taken Johnny Minerals with you guys. I don't know why. You
Oh, listen, but can we not
To be
mention?
fair, it's been quiet since Mount has left. It's been quiet. So
Oh, I don't know. I don't go on Twitter Spaces, but apparently he's very.
But no,
active on
listen,
that.
Arsenal-
But anyways,
Yeah, for me, I'll still never question. I'll still question why of the Havertz signing. Havertz, I just don't get that. It's the same with Havertz and Mount, man. Both of them, I don't really get the signings from both clubs, but I still expect Arsenal to ball out, And that next week game against United, we'll see. We'll see how many goals we'll get battered by. But what I'm saying is, I'm going to be very quiet on that group chat next week. So,
JPT, was you happy when you got rid of Havertz and Mount?
of course, man.
I was relieved just because one, I think the divide that Mason Mount brings, and I'm not sure if Oris sees more of it on his side now. If there's like a divide, or if it's just general Mount is. Again, I asked in the group. I asked in the private chat. What's the rule on cursing?
The rule on cursing. Say
Yeah.
whatever you want, mate.
We've been told like he's shit, but then you're gonna have some guys that are just on his dick that they just won't show. Like, oh, he's gonna be the future of England. He's like the golden child, and it's like I hope that everyone just comes to a consensus. This guy was just overrated, overhyped, was just trying to be the poster child for any club that he goes to, and Havertz. I'm still trying to figure out how that signing made sense for you guys, and why did you pretty much pay us back the money that we spun him for from Leverkusen? Because now you guys are forced to have him on the pitch, taking up a spot where it can just be the 4-2-3-1 that led you guys to challenging the title, and now you're going to play Partey as a right back, and if it's not even going to be because of is Jesus injured and that's why, or he's healthy, or is Zinchenko? He's going to be forced on there, and that's what's going to be probably was going to be shooting your guys in the foot or your own foot, because he's going to be taking up a spot that's going to throw off everything. He's not a finisher. Even if Jesus is injured, why are you going to put Havertz above Eddie Nketiah, who looks better when he has Saka and Martinelli on either side of him, and Odegaard as well? It just doesn't make sense why he was buyed. I don't know what Arteta's mastermind plan was for this, unless he was just overthinking it or he was kind of forced, because that's what I think is happening with Mount and the Glazers, because they wanted, and I don't know, I had like this dumb thought that it was just, is they doing this to kind of like make up for any losses relating to Mason Greenwood? And because that he's going to be coming back to the squad this summer, and look how that turned out. So that was my only thought why they did this, because they knew what it would mean for money wise to bring in an English kid, giving him the number 7, giving him the image rights. That he's going to do a lot financially for United, but as far as he's lucky that he's injured to avoid the 007 claims. Now it's going to be Kai Havertz.
I was running around the streets when I saw that he was injured, man. I was running around outside my house. But when I saw Mount was injured, I was gassed, man. Listen, I don't wish any injuries on a Man United player, but I'm sorry, but Mount getting injured, our midfield, well, our midfield should be improved, but let me just pray. I'm not jinxing anything, but listen, we got rid of Fred before McTominay, which I still don't understand. We had a 30 million offer for McTominay, and we rejected that. By the way, that 30 million offer, we're never ever going to get that ever again for McTominay. So I don't know why on earth we didn't accept that. And that's it, really. Ericsson, people know my thoughts. I think right now he doesn't look like ready for Man United, man. I think the minutes he gets tired way quickly. So yeah. But no, midfield options are very, very short. So yeah, let's just see what happens.
This is the thing, right? To the Chelsea fans, we love stealing. Well, we have this obsession of getting your ex-players like Havertz, Jorginho, Luis.
Yeah.
Who's the other one?
Willian,
Gallas.
Check.
Gallas.
Check. Like, I don't get what the obsession is, and you know, you I think you wanted Balogun at one point, guys, didn't you?
There
Yeah,
was
yeah.
interest, but I don't think everything was ever established, or at least an official bid being made. But that was one thing too. It's like, are we gonna keep doing business with? Like, I'm getting tired of it too, because it's such a gamble. And yes, it's been in our favor as of, like, you know, majority of the transfers. But I mean, I've still got PTSD with, technically not directly ex-Arsenal player, but with Aubameyang. But yeah, this is. I'm surprised you guys still keep doing it. I don't know, what you see in these players, if they're going to keep going. But I don't know. But look at Willian. He went to you guys, played like, I think that was his worst time I ever seen him play, and then comes back to Fulham looking like, where was this guy at Arsenal? I mean, just waiting to see who's going to be the next transfer.
Yeah, facts, guys. Is your lineup out yet for Chelsea? 7 o'clock, in it?
Yeah, they went with a back five. What they doing?
A back
Back
five?
three. Relax yourself.
There's a back five, Hannah, mate. Back five.
I say those starts, guys, as
I was
well.
about to say, if you were going to go back five,
Joel left
it's
No, listen, it's a back five. They got 3 centre backs and 2 wing backs. Come on, is that not a back five?
That's a back three. Because Joel is the left winger.
Back five. Because
Where's the Ukrainian name?
off the ball, you're a back five. On the ball, you're a back 3.
Yeah, maybe. But
Oh yeah,
So
so their
basically
midfielders:
Chelsea fans.
Caicedo, Enzo Fernandez, and Gallagher. Wow.
Gallagher is the 10.
And then Sterling and Nicholas Jackson.
Where's the Ukrainian Neymar, guys?
Huh?
Injured.
Yeah.
Where's the Ukrainian Neymar?
Is he injured?
Or
how's all the Arsenal fans telling me what?
Hey, he's a Ukrainian Dan James, mate. How about that? But yeah, listen.
Yeah.
If you're playing Sterling and Nicholas Jackson up front, that is
Mudryk is rent free, you know.
why on earth does Madueke not start? You know, because I think he's a baller.
He's coming back from injury himself. He got injured in the Euros, or no, some like under 21 tournament this summer.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. Because I'd rather see him start too.
Trust me, we are not winning tonight with that lineup. But
I know you have to back your manager, man. What are you doing?
it's not my manager. If we lose today,
Portugal, man, Portugal.
possible.
Yeah. Rory, I want to come to you quickly, mate. A little bit about our team. Obviously today we got rid of Kieran Tierney. There's a guess who was linked today, man? I've just seen it pop on my phone. Julian Draxler.
No, he's not.
He's going to Crystal Palace.
He's in with Crystal Palace, isn't he?
Palace, yeah.
And apparently it came out 10 minutes ago.
No,
and
it's
Arsenal,
just Arsenal fans, like, well,
because it's every week, isn't it?
I was just scrolling through Twitter, and Arsenal fans were comparing the links to Ivan Toney with Julian Draxler. Like, this could be another Draxler. We're linked with him every single bloody window. I don't think we're actually interested in Julian Draxler.
According to ESPN, listen to this, Rory, yeah? According to ESPN, Arsenal made a 42.5 million bid for Wolfsburg winner Julian Draxler.
What?
42.5 million bids. Wait. Look what Glenn said in the chat as well.
Huh?
Let me pin it.
Wait.
Hold on.
Let's see.
I literally... What?
Arsenal.
Who's reported that? I can't read anything on Twitter.
The one thing I see from ESPN, maybe it's because I'm in the States, just says Arteta urges Saudi window to close earlier.
I know. You can't telling these people your sources. You know?
Apparently ESPN now. How reliable is ESPN?
Nah, then
I've got to.
they're not.
I've got to check this out now. This is BS.
42.4 million bid for Draxler.
Yeah, there's literally nothing coming up. Like, I don't know where you got that report from. Was it
ESPN?
Yeah, ESPN. Was it?
Yeah, them. I don't know.
Man, fair play.
Yeah, I mean, but whether we put in a bid for Julian Draxler or not, he's 29 now. I know he's a World Cup winner and what, but who cares? Who cares whether he's a World Cup winner? I would have loved Draxler 4 or 5 years ago. In fact, when he was at Wolfsburg before he moved to PSG. Did he move to PSG from Wolfsburg? I believe he did. Well, yeah, like we have no room for him. He's not a winger anymore, right? We've got plenty of players in Odegaard's position already. Lots of Odegaard's, as I said, Smith Rowe, Vieira. I mean, that's one of his signings. So do we not trust him anymore? I mean, rightly so, because I don't think Vieira is good enough in any way, shape, or form. But that's his signing, and you're expecting, surely, when you make a new signing and it hasn't quite worked out yet, and they just need a little bit of time, and obviously, give them time to hit the ground running. Then, what's the point signing Draxler? Like, honestly, if we end up getting Draxler, then it'll be the most Arsenal thing ever, right? We're linked with him every single window when we could have got him 5 years ago, and now we could potentially get him on our hands 9 years, 6 years too late. I mean, what's that all about? But I don't believe any of the rumours.
How old is he now?
He's 29.
I think he's like 29, isn't he?
Still
He's
29.
29.
I thought he was about 30 something.
Well, I think I see what reported 2 hours ago from the Sun is Arsenal
he's
fans
29.
celebrate an entire transfer window without Draxler rumors. I mean, that's the only thing I see here. You like share like in the chat or something.
Yeah.
Like the link.
I'll put a link in the chat for you guys. Everyone's on Twitter saying about it. This guy called Santi with a blue tick saying Arsenal made a 42-point bid for Julian Draxler.
Careful with those blue ticks.
When was that? Wait.
What?
Huh? Look, guys, hold on. I'll try and put my big screen in and then I'll show you. Hold on, it's still on Rory, innit? Come on. I'm being mugged off here. Wait.
Hold on.
Is it blurry?
Snow have made. Oh, no way.
What?
And then let me have a look to find ESPN. No, it says Crystal Palace is the main one apparently as well.
Yeah, mostly it's linked with
Crystal
Palace this whole time.
I reckon Arsenal fans, just because we were linked with Mary Window, they're just trying to make something up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah,
because I was reading through Toney earlier, and Arsenal fans were comparing the Toney links to a potential Draxler theme where we're just linked with him every window.
It is though, every single window. It is. It's crazy.
Like 9 years later.
But yeah, Rory, obviously, coming back to you, I was going to ask you about this Fulham game. They got no Mitrovic anymore. They got Leno in goal. No doubt it's into Pram Neuer back at the Emirates. They got obviously Palinha. They got some decent players. They've got the 2 Wolves players, Traore, Jimenez. Do you think we'll win? Because for me, I think we need to go on the same run we did last season. I think how many games? I think we went 9 unbeaten. Well, we won 9 in a row, didn't we? And they got to Man United. Yeah, then they beat us. But yeah, what's your thoughts going into the game, man?
I feel like we don't have a better opportunity to put in a statement in this game, because Fulham, look, they were brilliant last season, but they're in sort of a crisis. I don't know what's going on with them. Maybe it was the sale of Mitrovic that really hurt them, and replaced him with Raul Jimenez, who isn't the same player since he suffered that fractured skull. I expect Arsenal to run away with this game. I mean, probably concede, because that's what we do at the Emirates. But if we're winning games, then no one pays attention in it. But it'll be nice to keep a clean sheet and build that confidence to that Manchester United game. And of course, that is at home. So, look, 9 points is a must. I mean, it should have been expected anyway, because last season we were in the title race. And look, if you're Manchester City's level, then you shouldn't complain whatsoever with three fixtures of Forest, Palace, and Fulham. And let's be real, the 2 games we've played, Forest and Palace, we haven't been at our fluid self. And maybe it is because Jesus is the guy that usually, I don't know, we're a lot sharper with him on the pitch, I feel like, than Nketiah. So I feel like that could give a huge confidence boost for Arsenal. Hopefully that will allow us to go on to win this game. And anything less than 3 points is a disaster. I mean, like, hopefully Arteta doesn't overthink things this time. It's a home game, like Chelsea have done tonight and gone 5 at the back against Luton. So, yeah, I'm going to go 3-1 Arsenal. I think we will score goals in this game, but Fulham will score a scammy goal from a defender or something, because they don't pose many threats. I don't know what is going on with them at the moment. As I said, maybe it is Mitrovic, but they can't do anything now because, of course, they've already signed a striker, and they're going to, of course, put all their faith in Raul Jimenez to deliver, and it's just not going to work, isn't it? As far as I'm concerned, but of course we don't know that because it's only been 3 games. So I expect Arsenal to come out 3 points, and hopefully that builds up confidence for the United game.
Fair enough, man. Jordan, coming to you, bro. Do you see, as a Liverpool fan, right? Do you see Arsenal having a similar season to last season? Because I've seen a few of your fans, well, not just your fans, I've seen a few people say we're going to drop off.
My problem is for you guys is to worry about one player in that team. Isn't about Raul Jimenez that's just signed for Fulham. There's Bobby Reed. I know him very well. He's good. So if you want to beat this Fulham team, keep him quiet until 90 minutes. Because if he doesn't do that, this is what happened in match day 1. He scored. Do not let him do it again. He will. And with that left foot of his and his right foot, he's good with both feet. So if you want to win, go out there, go beat Fulham.
Oh, fair enough, man. Orist, do you see us having the same season as last season? Because I've seen a few people say we're going to drop off.
I think it's down to consistency and your performances, really. But I do think, you'll still be fair to the league. But if Arteta keeps continuing to play Partey right back, if he continues to do that, then I don't know, man, because it's risky to do that. So, but however, in general, I do expect you guys to still compete for the title with City. So, yes, I don't think the levels will drop off from me. So, I still expect you guys to continue.
Did one of your fans predict us finish 8th or something? Like, oh my God!
Who, Man United
honestly, some of the crap that your fans come up with, I don't know what to say. Like, I know, fair enough. If people think we're going to tail off, then I completely understand. But we were 8th 2 seasons ago, weren't we? And look, those were the proper dark times. And these people think we're going to go backwards after when we're in a rebuilding process. Like, somebody make sense. I don't get why people would think we'll go backwards to 8th, for God's sake. I know people might. Okay, fair enough. I predicted United to finish 7th, but at least I had a reason. I can't speak. A reasoning explanation, because at the moment, United aren't really. I don't know. What's the term? They're not really showing anything to warrant a title charge, as the majority of these Man United fans thought they were going to be. So, look, I love to be underrated, innit? I love my team to be underrated. No one, speaking of us, whatsoever, but we somehow exceed expectations. So that's what I want to see, and let these rival fans continue, innit?
Listen, if any United fans are saying Arsenal to finish 8th, then they need to look at themselves, really, because at this moment, really, if we look at United's midfield, listen, we can finish 8th as well. So, yeah, any United fans saying that, then they should look at themselves in the mirror, because I don't see Arsenal finishing 8th. I still expect you guys to compete with the title, but like I said, it's down to Arteta and him. There's no more time to mess up with the lineup. Just play players. Ben back and play your strong. Does Arteta even know his strong 11? That's the thing. Does he know his best 11?
Well,
does he know? I don't know.
Well, last season everybody could predict our starting 11. It was Ramsdale in goal, Ben White, Saliba, Gabriel, Zinchenko, Partey, Xhaka, Odegaard, Saka, Martinelli, and Jesus. That was the team that we fielded out. For the majority of the season, or should I say, up to the World Cup break. And then, of course, Jesus got injured, and then it was Nketiah, and then Trossard, and then Jesus, when he returned back from injury, he then came back into the team. And all of a sudden, we just collapsed because we had no squad depth at that time. I mean, we had to make defensive changes when we needed a goal early on in the season because we had no one. We had Vieira, Marquinhos, Nketiah on the bench. Those were our attacking options. Apart from that, we could only sub on the Tomiyasus and the Toney's, whereas City could just throw on Alvarez, Foden, who else? I mean, they've got Doku now. Doku, however you say his name. They've signed him now. They could sub on also. Who else? Who else have they got? I mean, they've got. My God, players like. Alvarez. Alvarez.
City?
Sorry, say that again.
Is it for City?
For which?
Yeah, for City. I mean, they could chuck on the likes of Alvarez and
Yeah, Grealish still.
Foden.
They got Cole Palmer. They have
Yeah.
who else is on that? When Lamar's is gone. So, actually, who just signed? Oh, Silva. Silva just re-signed with a new contract.
Yeah,
with them too,
Silva
so-
recently. They got Doku as well.
So
yeah,
they got Doc. Like it's they're.
For me, listen, people saying Doku's good, but let's see how it becomes because we just need to relax on these players.
Yeah.
Listen, City. I have a strange thing that we'll see. I think their performances will drop off a bit, because Mahrez went, Gundogan's gone. Those two players, they're very key for City's. Like when they compete for the title, those two players usually step up the most. So I know people can say they replaced them. So Gundogan they replaced with Kovacic and Sudoku, but I don't listen. Obviously, De Bruyne's out for 3 to 4 months. So listen, I don't know where they're gonna get that creativity from. If I'm being honest, so yeah.
Yeah, I'm not too sure whether Kovacic is the perfect replacement for Gundogan, to be honest.
Yeah, for me, I think Kovacic is a liability for me. I think with his injuries, yeah, even I think JBT can back me up here, but his injuries for me, yeah, listen.
It's like they might have replaced him, but they didn't upgrade. That's the thing. Like
Yeah.
I mean, Doku. Like who did he replace again?
Doku, maybe Mahrez.
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 Would you for you, if you had to choose between one, who would you taking to start
Or
figuring out?
Mahrez, any day of the day.
I
Only
don't
one-
know a lot about him, to
Kovacic.
be fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he's back. He's back.
It is. I mean, it's from where you. I mean, I don't know. Where did he come from again? Where did team did he sign from?
He came from.
Oh.
Let me check.
Is it late?
Yo, am I back?
Yeah, you're back.
So-
You're back,
Good
man. You're
evening.
back.
Good evening.
He's
Mate, I don't
back
know what
again.
happened. Internet crash.
I mean,
He came
Anderlecht,
from
wasn't it?
Anderlecht. Yeah.
Oh, okay,
It was Rennes, in fact. It was
So I was like, I knew it was
Rennes.
League.
Rennes.
Where was it? Oh yeah, Rennes. Yeah.
So I mean, stat wise, I think he scored. Was it 25 in like 50 games or something like that? I have to look at his stats.
Well, last season he scored 6 goals in 29 appearances. So,
Let me see here.
yeah, I'm not too sure whether he's an upgrade on Mahrez, to say so myself.
21.
The season before, he scored only 1 goal in 14, and he scored 2 goals in League 1. Well, he was in League 1 for 5 years.
So for
4 years.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, scored 2 goals in 30 appearances, and then 1 goal in 14, and then 6 in 29. So he hasn't got great stats, to be fair. But saying that, he's a winger, and in a Pep Guardiola team, you never know.
Yeah. I mean, he's still very young, so he's still developing. But I don't know if it's just going to be working out for him at the end. But they really need to find someone for the Kevin De Bruyne replacement.
Yeah, all right. He's 21. I guess he has got room to develop, but the thing is, he's the same age as Saka, innit? It's I'm not too sure about that. But look, who knows? He could turn out to be a great player because, again, Guardiola just gets the best out of what he could, and that's the harsh reality.
Oh, yeah, he is. Jesus. It's gonna be interesting to see because I think the downside really for you guys would be come this like March, April. If Jesus gonna pick up another injury, is Kai Havertz still gonna be in the main plan? Because City do have a fall off point, but it all. I mean, what was it last season was around like the World Cup, the start of the World Cup time. I don't think that might not happen again, depending on their schedule. But it just seems like it's a thing. Consistency doesn't matter how. But Arsenal somehow do have a slip around like the springtime, which I'm not sure if you've seen your schedule for that yet. But I just see like who you guys will be playing because at that point you would have to hope it's like lower or bottom half teams where it could ease up some of that because you would have like a Newcastle City. Even Brighton during that time frame that could cost the league title. But I mean, I don't know how that one fan justified 8-0 or 8 plays for Arsenal based on what. I think it was just one questionable signing and then one unfortunate injury at the start of the season. But other than that, that's it. If you guys find a left back, unless you guys are in the market for a left back to help. Because right now it's It's Zinchenko and then Tomiyasu.
Yeah, I mean the current left backs we have that are fit are Zinchenko and Tomiyasu. Fair enough, but he's suspended. So the only 2 left backs left backs we have who are available for tomorrow are Zinchenko and I guess Kivior, who can play there. But saying that, he's not a left back. So
Lads, my internet's a joke. That's twice now.
Should we call it, Josh?
Yeah, let's call it a day, people.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. JPT, shout your channel, man, where they can find you.
You can find me at Out of Time Podcast, YouTube, Instagram. I'm gonna be changing the name one of these days. I'm gonna be taking a bit of a break starting next Friday. I'm just gonna be busy with like personal stuff going on, holiday, family visiting over the weekends. So yeah, but Josh, big up. Thank you for having me on, man. It was great. It was fun. Can't wait to do this again.
Yeah, big up, man. My pleasure. I appreciate coming on, my bro. Guys, please go and give us a sub to JPT. Link will be in the description after. Jordan, where they can find you, bro. Where you coming up, Jordan?
Match reaction. I hope that StreamYard intro is work. It's a crap.
It is crap, isn't it, Jordan? It is wank.
Oh my. I mean, in fairness, I've got my own Wi-Fi. Like, so look, it's calm for me, innit? But it is frustrating when you invite guests on, innit?
It is, man. It's fake, apparently, by the way, Draxler. As expected.
Yeah. So we're gonna go in for him again, isn't it?
Yeah. So Jordan, man, what you got coming up? Match reaction.
Yeah, match reaction. I was thinking to do a press conference today, but I'm good. Probably maybe do.
Yes, guys, I'm gonna call it a day. Make sure you go give us up to Rory as well. And I'm out of here, people. Ciao.